experimented a little bit with it, but I've seen you on a YouTube video. I can't remember what it's called, but you do a sliding scale, and I'm curious about the difference between singing a single note and going up and down a scale, sliding as you did in the video.
Have you noticed that if you're singing in the bathroom, one note will be much louder than all the others? That's because the frequency of that note, the wavelength of it resonates with the wavelength of the size of the bathroom, so it gets reinforced, so it's much louder than all the other notes. So you get a standing wave for one particular note, like ah might be much louder than ah, or ah, one note will be much louder. Well, I applied that principle once I was leading group chanting in the King's Chamber in the Great Pyramid of Egypt. I was part of the Power Places tours. And when we were going to start it, I thought that the chanting would be much more effective if we did it on the resonant frequency of the King's Chamber. Now, there are books out on what that resonant frequency was, but I could care less about what different people think, especially when they disagree with each other. I said, let's just find out directly. I told the group that I was with, I'm going to do a frequency sweep with my voice, and when we find it, it'll be much louder, and once we find it, we can all chant in that frequency. So I went, and then when I hit a particular note, it was much louder and everybody heard it. And then we did all our chanting on that note. And that was a very powerful experience.
Wow.
Wow, that's incredible.
I wish I would have been there. That sounds like quite a journey he took to Egypt.
Being in the King's Chamber with Yasso sounds quite nice.
Yeah, that's reminding me, you told me once about J.D. Emmanuel taking some sort of profound retreat.
Yeah, and J.D., maybe you could clarify this, because I feel like I always get the details wrong. But I remember you telling me there was a retreat you took in the early 80s, perhaps, for...
there, and about 2 or 3 days before everybody went to the Shenandoah Valley, around
Virginia.
the Harrisonburg New Market area.
Okay.
There was a retreat center up there that we used for 40 days, literally.
40 days.
And the idea was to be totally secluded for 40 days. Unfortunately, it was a vegetarian diet, and I'm not a very good vegetarian. It was very hard from that point of view, and I ended up fasting for like over 2 weeks.
Wow.
I just got tired of it, and all I did was drink sassafras tea, fresh roots that we would find, and brew them with honey, and probably lost about 30 pounds. But it didn't hurt me because we took vitamins too and stuff.
And was there a time, I remember you went off alone for a period of time, right?
Yes. In the last week or so, each of us